Multifaceted. I love that. There she is with the heart in the center, right? Our multifaceted diamond. So your soul, the seat of your soul, I believe, is right in. So let's take a nice deep breath, get into a quiet space. I'm going to quick pull an angel card. We'll set the intention that we're going to have a wonderful meditation. Going to get ourselves into a beautiful space. We'll do a little sitting in the power. Pull a little angel card for all of us. Beauty and communication. So we'll have some beautiful communication coming through, lovely friends. And it's multifaceted. I love that. There she is with the heart in the center, right? Our multifaceted diamond. So your soul, the seat of your soul, I believe, is right under your heart, right above your solar plexus, right in that area below your chest. So it may be somewhere different for you, but that's what I always feel like the seat of our soul is in our body. So I want you to just take a nice deep breath. Make sure everybody's phones are silenced so nobody's getting disturbed. All right, let's just take a nice deep breath. And breathe out very slowly and long. And again, breathing in, letting that energy flow up through your entire body, all the way to the top of your head. Holding it and releasing out of your mouth very slowly. And one more time, let's just breathe in, let that energy flow through our body wherever it needs to go to fill us up with beautiful light and love. Holding it and releasing with a sigh. And just let yourself be aware of your body, feeling where it is in space and time. Being aware of your hands, your feet, flat on the floor, or maybe they're crossed in your lap. However you are sitting, there's no right or wrong way. And just feel the energy inside your body. Feel if there's any tightness in your shoulders. Maybe roll your neck a little if you need to. Shake out your hands. Let go of anything you might have brought with you to circle. Anything that no longer serves you. Maybe tap your feet a little on the floor. Or just wiggle your legs, your sit bones. Get yourself extra comfortable. And just take one more breath just to settle your body. And in this beautiful space, I want you to be aware of this beautiful soul energy. It's a multifaceted diamond in the center of your body there, the center of your soul, the seat of your soul. Think of this multifaceted diamond and see it begin to spin clockwise. And as it spins, see this energy, this light, which is you, emanating out in front of you, behind you, from side to side as it spins clockwise. And as it begins to spin a little faster and faster, it gets brighter and brighter. It starts emanating out all the way around you, above you, below you, filling the space that you're in, all the way out to the edges of your room, up to the ceiling, down to the floor, maybe going through the floor into the earth, going all the way up into the trees, up into the clouds. Allowing it to rise upwards, higher and higher. Allow your energy to drift all the way out till you're on top of the world. And from this beautiful vantage point, just feel yourself floating on top of the world. You're connected to the earth. Your energy is expansive. And I want you to feel where your energy ends. Just feel how it goes out in all directions. And you might get to a space where you feel you're out in the cosmos and you can kind of see the edges of where your energy ends. It's just a very faint, soft auric field. It's very massive though. And just see, you might see it. I want you to notice it. Be aware of maybe what it feels like. Take your hands and maybe even feel if you feel like waves or ridges, or maybe it's smooth. Just try to get a sense of that energy. And then you can always bring your hands back to your lap as well. They can be face up or face down. And just be in the space. You're just kind of sitting here and being with your soul. Just notice how bright your light is. You're expanded, you're enhanced, you're on top of the world, you're deeply connected to the earth, you're quite lifted up into the heavens. The angels are here surrounding us, keeping us safe. And off in the distance in front of you, you're going to see this beautiful light like a bright star. And this light is moving towards you. It's a teeny tiny little light, and as it gets closer and closer, you see it getting brighter and brighter and brighter, until finally this light of the divine is so close to you, it merges with you. And maybe you feel hands upon your chest or your shoulders or your back, or maybe you just feel the energy of the divine connect in with you, and the two beings of light become one. So just however that is for you, allow it to happen, and allow yourself to just be in the power of the divine. And I'm going to be quiet for a few moments. You're not going to receive any messages. You're literally just going to sit with the power of the divine energy. Notice the difference in this divine energy being, this godlike energy. It could be a Christ consciousness, whatever it is to you. Just notice the difference of the energy as opposed to yours. And when you've merged, how your energy even super intensifies. So I'll leave you in this space for a few moments. If thoughts come in, just see a cloud in front of you and let them move off to the side, drifting away. If they won't leave, you can kind of blow them away with your breath. In the meantime, I'll call you back in a few minutes, and just let your energy expand and be with the divine. Remember to breathe. Be aware of how the energy of the divine is connecting in with you. You may feel a heaviness, a presence touching on your body. Just be aware of everything you see, sense, feel, and know. Be aware of how uplifted you feel. And I want you to see a fuel gauge. See where your fuel gauge is or was when you started. Just see it going up tick after tick as it gets to full. Just watch how it goes up. It's almost like the divine is just pouring all that love and good light into your energy field, lifting your vibration, bringing you back up to full. Just let that take place for another moment or so. Now I want you to thank the divine for coming in to sit with you in the power, and then feel them start to pull away and separate from your energy from theirs. You'll feel a very distinct, or you'll know or sense, or maybe even see a distinct feeling of the two separating. See the divine then going into that beautiful light bubble and backing away and floating away and away and away until it's just a tiny speck of light, and then disappearing into the multiverse. And then come back to yourself on top of the world. And I just want you to be aware of your energy, eyes closed still. Just sense what you sense. Be aware of how beautiful your light is. Look out upon your energy field in front of you, behind you, in the back of your mind, above you, below you, with your eyes closed. And just be aware of how expansive and how brilliant your light is. And smile, know that you are so loved by the divine. You're able to lift up your spirit in the blink of an eye. And just slowly, when you're ready, you can bring your hands to your heart, prayer position, or over your heart, and just slowly feel yourself drifting side to side as you float back down to the earth, back down through the clouds, back down through the trees, back down into your space where you're sitting. And once you reach your seat, take a nice deep breath, rub your hands together, and rub over your eyes, over the back of your neck and your shoulders. Do a little stretch. If you have a glass of water, feel free to take one. A little sip. Cheers. That was awesome sauce. Thanks, Spirit World. And let's hear your experience with sitting in the power. It's always different, so really cool. I have to say I could feel the divine holding my hands, like almost holding them down. The energy was really palpable. I could really feel it. I was like, wow, this feels beautiful. And when I was guiding you guys to have the energy lifting up, I could feel everyone's energy coming right on board. So that was really cool. Anybody else want to share anything? How's everybody feeling? I have to say I'm feeling good. What was your experience?
Very relaxing, as always. I felt a heaviness in my chest area, my abdomen. I'm thinking about this painting that I'm doing, and it's like the cosmos. And at the end, I could see like the earths and then all the beautiful colors coming in. And it was like that was the divine presence for me. So
Beautiful.
that felt beautiful.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. What was your experience?
A lot of heaviness. Same thing like my chest, my lap, with all the stuff that is going on. I don't want to explain it. I mean, it's still there, but I feel more grounded, more like when you asked if I was falling asleep earlier, my eyes have been so heavy and I'm just, just this pain around my eyes and I'm just like, just go away and it has lifted.
Oh,
It's been difficult to meditate because there's things that I don't want to come in. My intuition has told me more than I wanted to know, and it's verifying things that have happened. This is probably the first time in almost a month now.
wow.
I feel some sort of relief and able to relax. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're here tonight. That's a really hard thing to go through. Thanks. So I know we've all lost different people at different times, but when it's raw and it's fresh, it's really hard. So I'm so sorry that you're going through all this. But I am really grateful that you're here and that you were able to find some peace through this tonight.
Thank you so much.
Good. I'm glad. And I thank you for explaining that because I can't even imagine. You probably were crying so much. Your eyes probably were hurting.
Felt like everything was stuck.
Hmm.
And, this is the first time. What's happening and the thoughts trying to release them is tough
Yeah.
when you don't have answers. It's,
Yeah. So when we were doing the sitting in the power, you actually felt a lightness come across your eyes?
yes.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
just another reason to sit in the power more often, right? Because seriously, if you are needing healing, whether it's through
Mhm.
grief or anything else, sitting in the power is the way to go. I know for me, when I'm in a bad place, I sit in the power. I just sit with spirit. I don't try to connect with the spirit world because sometimes literally just sitting, you don't have to float up to the heavens either. Like sometimes I just sit there and nothing, just blackness. That's sitting in the power too. People will say sitting in the power, you have to float up and have all that happen with the divine, but you really don't. If you just get quiet and just sit with your thoughts, that will also help you, but then invite the divine to come in, whether you're up, down, wherever you are, but invite the divine to come in because that's how the energy will lift. You can literally use that. I use the gauge on a car fuel gauge because it's so easy to go empty, full, and when you see that, I think it to me, I'm a visual, so I have to see the visual part of it. Thank you for sharing this. What was your experience with sitting in the power since you've never done it?
I took advantage of going to the top of the world, and it was very dark, but there were millions of stars, and there were like ruffles floating around me. Like that's what it felt like.
Uh-huh.
Just kind of hung out up there for a while, and then the light came in. I sat with that for a while. I was just liking being on top of the world.
Isn't that fun?
Oh yeah.
I love it. Now, did you find that your mind, I know for you, the monkey mind gets in the way a lot. Do you find that sitting like that, were you able to keep the mind out of the way?
I was, but I was having my own little fantasy here because, I had these like billowing skirts that were floating with me, and so, I did have stuff on my
But
mind.
that's not letting out. I think that's literally you were, because I was telling you to pay attention to it. Because when I was looking out, did you guys all see or feel or sense where your aura was? Because mine was all wavy. Like I could feel waves all around. That's why when you're saying this billowy wavy, I'm thinking
Yeah.
maybe you were seeing your aura, the energy.
Okay.
So did anybody else see anything like that or feel or sense? Joanne did? Okay. Nance? Okay, so
I saw images, of course,
of course. I like to imagine going up to the heavens up because there's nothing. It's just stars and there's blackness. It's void. But really, like you said, I just like to sit here in the morning with my hot warm coffee. I usually put pillows on my lap and then it sits right here against my chest and I just let the warmth and I just sit here and I try not to doze off so I don't spill it. But I just let myself go into that state where I'm kind of still between the worlds because it's like as I'm waking up, like this morning I was up at 4 a.m. It was pitch black. So I put my twinkly lights on over here and I sat here for like a good hour before I even wrote anything. And I just sat in the energy of the power and I was like, wow, I feel great. And then it was like, okay, time to get up. And then I knew I was done. I didn't need to sit any longer. So if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to know more or learn more about our Multifaceted Soul Society, which is our spiritual community for all things intuition and mediumship and spiritual development, I highly encourage you to check out my quiz. It's a clarity quiz for mediumship, and it will help you to see if this is for you and if this is something you might be interested in. I'll link it below in the description and in the comments. We would love for you to come and be part of this wonderful experience. Who do you know who could use this type of awesome sauce? Share it with your friends. Thank you.